Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frost-Kalnow Stadium, the site of tonight's matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes and the Bellevue Redmen. I'm Nate Mullins on the call tonight with Tommy Hall. We've got the A-team on the crew with us tonight. Eric Hall down on the sidelines. Austin Rodriguez doing some sideline camera work for us tonight, and Zach Blythe running the overhead cam. You're tuned into the pregame show, brought to you by your friends at XCARET Mexican Restaurant, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll take a moment before we get to the action, Tommy, and let's thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, SARA RIESEN Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, Pit Stop, and HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory. Did I say it right, Eric? Did I get it right that time? Once again, we're here on the pregame show brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Tommy, this one figures to be one of those kind of games that's really hard to tell what we're going to see here tonight, because if history tells us anything, this should be a close, contested game. But if you look at the paper this year and how things have kind of played out over the last few weeks, well, this Tornadoes team comes in with a lot of momentum, and it's not quite the same for this Bellevue Redmen team.
Oh, absolutely, Nate. As once again, we welcome you here on the broadcast for Heart of Ohio Sports in this huge rivalry matchup, as you talked about, a rivalry older than cats and dogs, as this one, no longer conference opponents, but from the ashes of the NOL comes this matchup once again between the Bellevue Redmen and the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, who, if you've ever played football at Tiffin Columbian and you put on that tornado, that gold helmet, you can attest to just how much this rivalry is rooted, to where this team doesn't even acknowledge Bellevue by name. They simply refer to them as the B team. Well, the B team is coming in tonight looking to right the ship, looking to play spoiler on the road against Tiffin Columbian, as Bellevue won their first 3 games of the season and then just been on a 4-game losing streak, and now here at week 8, needing to right the ship before the end of the season like we talked about. But these Bellevue Redmen, they haven't lost to any jabronis, Nate. They've lost to some quality opponents, and that gauntlet doesn't get any easier, as the Bellevue Redmen have lost to Perkins 49-0, Edison 41-7, and Huron 37-18, and now they make that bus trek over to Tiffin. But really, Coach Ed Nasani and his crew from Bellevue wouldn't have it any other way as they make their way down 18. Absolutely,
Tommy. You made a good point there. As you know, they wouldn't have it any other way. Their back's against the wall. That's kind of where they play their best. You know, they've had some injuries this year, Tommy. They've had some setbacks for that Bellevue Redmen team. But I feel like this is the kind of game where, you know, if things go right for them, this could really kind of propel them as they move into the postseason. Because right now they're sitting at number 6 in Division 6 or Division 4, Region 14. Even though they do have that 3-4 record, there's a lot of competition in that division, in that region, and they're still sitting there vying for a playoff spot and still hosting if the playoffs ended today.
Yeah, we've seen a 6-4 Clyde team a few years ago go on and win the whole McGilla.
Actually, they were 5-5 that year.
And,
so
I mean, anything can happen here towards the back 9 of the season, but you got to make it count, give it your all here tonight at Frost-Kalnow Stadium against these Tiffin Tornadoes.
Once again, opening kickoff brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Our player of the game will be brought to you by Little HUGO'S. Keys to the game, Tommy and I will get to those here in just a minute, brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. Our weather report, we'll throw it down to Eric Hall once the game gets started, brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. All first downs tonight brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Our timeouts are brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. And when we take a look around the area at the scoreboard, which is all the scores from all the other area teams, that is brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. We are just about set for tonight's game between Tiffin Columbian and Bellevue. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right. So Liam Kerr on to kick off for Tiffin Columbian. Junior kicker gets this one away, and it is fielded at the 12-yard line. up to the 25, to the 30-yard line. A couple broken tackles there as the ball carrier gets it up to about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. And that was Ike Brown on the return, freshman. A little bit of room there and made something happen, Tommy.
Absolutely. As we go into these leads floor covering keys to the game for these Bellevue Redmen coming in on that first series of offense, Coach Ed Nasani and this squad knows they got to keep this tornado offense off the field. So put together sustainable drives. These Bellevue Redmen can't allow this to turn into a shootout, but you got to score when you get the ball.
All right, a handoff off the right side, and the running back, Brody Horn, on the carry, picks up a first down for Bellevue on the first carry of the game, gets about 11, maybe 12 yards on that one. They'll say it's a 10-yard game, but good enough for a first down. Of course, first down's brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. I want to thank Greg Kinn, the Wizard, for all of his contributions this week as he got 2 streams ready, and he is over there running the X stream tonight as Zach Dillon had to take the weekend off. So we thank Greg for all of his efforts, and especially for getting me set up here with some tasty graphics.
And calling the game over there. I mean, the Wizard, again, he's been in journalism and covering local area sports for well over a decade, whether it be in print or on the radio with us, Nate, and now, you know, controlling things there at the Extreme for Heart of Ohio Sports Now.
So I guess it wasn't a first down, just about there. It's a second down in inches, I guess. So don't break the chains down there, guys. Come on. We'll send it down to Eric Hall here in just a minute for our STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. weather report, but it's 2nd and 1. Ashton Martin in the shotgun, senior quarterback, 6'5", 178. That's a tall drink of water back there.
And a fine European car.
Martin takes the snap, handoff, and the defense meets him in the backfield and drives him back for a loss. So now it's 3rd down and about 3, maybe 4, about 3.5, yeah. So
Bradley Willman comes in here on homecoming weekend and definitely greets the running back there. That's Horn, nowhere to go, and now brings up a 3rd and 3 situation after first down got you 9 yards.
We thought that was good enough for first down, but just short. And then this last one goes for -3, so 3rd down and about 3 at the 41. Martin in the shotgun, handoff, and now they get the first down. So I guess I could use this again here. This is actually a first down. As Brody Horn picks up the first down, once again brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. And why don't we send it down to Eric Hall down there on the sidelines. He's got our STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. weather report. How's it going, Eric?
It's going good, Nate. It's a beautiful day down here. We've got 65 degrees as the sun's setting behind me, and I'm hoping the rain holds off. They're calling for a little bit of rain around 10 o'clock tonight, so let's hope that holds off.
Yeah, absolutely. My equipment does not like rain, so
No.
I don't think my sideline guy does either.
No, not a fan.
And you're wearing a white shirt, so that's not good.
Blue shirt underneath of it, so we're good.
All right, thanks again, Eric Hall, with our STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. weather report. Last play went for about 4 yards, and it's 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Redmen.
Love our camera operator, Zach Blythe, knowing where to put the camera as the Bellevue Redmen rushed up to the line during that sideline segment and tried to catch the tornado sleeping. Got him for 5 yards. Sets up 2nd and 5 now.
Martin in the shotgun slings it out on the left side, complete to the receiver, but he is hit and dropped in the backfield. That's going to be about a 1-yard loss on the play as Dylan Barger, the receiver, was met as soon as he got the ball.
Ran into Damian Brockington there on the stop. Brings up a 3rd and 7, Nate, but for those least 4 covering keys to the game for these Tornadoes, you know, while they're on defense, that's a good time to go into that, as these Tornadoes, they've only held 3 opponents to 17 points or less this season and have allowed 33 or more points in the other 4 games. And you got to try to cut that to a minimum, especially as you get into the back 9 of your season and get around for, you know, that anticipated matchup with Perkins in Week 10.
A little halfback pass as they sling it out on the right side. It's incomplete. Ike Brown was the quarterback on that play. Actually, running back who took the handoff and then decided to throw. But that was intended for Dylan Barger. Falls incomplete and brings up a 4th down.
I like how Brady Gooding, BG3, just kind of let him know that he's there.
Gonna make your presence felt, you know?
You got 3 down for the Tornadoes.
Familiar position for the Redmen. This is gonna be a pooch punt. Martin gets this one away. Nice punt there by Martin, as this one's gonna take a Bellevue roll inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line is where they'll down it. And that's where Tiffin Columbian will take over for their first offensive possession of the ball game. No score here at Tiffin Columbian. Frost-Kalnow Stadium, 8:59 left here in the first quarter. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. Columbian versus Bellevue, one of the classic rivalry matchups here in the area. But Tommy, this one's a little weirder this year because Bellevue's not in the lake. What's going on? I mean, does it feel any different?
Not really. That's what's again, unless you read into it and you follow things, knowing that Bellevue went to the lake or out of the lake now. I don't think it really changes the complexion of how this rivalry matchup.
Rogo slings it out to the left. It's complete to Alzaquani. A flag flies in from the sideline. We'll see what the call is, but I think this one's going to go against Tiffin Columbian. It might be an illegal shift. Yep.
Well, after a nice stop by the defense, the offense might be able to come out here and flex their muscle as they did last week, as Rogo completed 14 of 19 passes against Clyde, 219 yards and 3 scores to Brady Gooding, Jack Corper, and his twin brother Bryce Rogo. And if that's not enough action for you, again, you can keep that defensive humbled by tagging them with Damian Brockington, who rushed for a couple tutties last week, and his rushing attack for over 202 yards just in 1 half.
Well, there's Brockington on the carry, picks up about 9, gets those penalty yards back, and then picks up another 6 on top of it. So 10-yard gain, actually.
And the way this offensive line for the Tornadoes, they open up so many lanes, as Maximus Fortney, you see down there anchoring that Tornado offensive line, being named our little HUGO'S player of the game in that game against. And there, look, you see Fortney comes over, that counter, and then there's Brockington.
Just cleans him up.
Yeah. Bell Cow running back, carrying the hog mollies. As, man, Coach Judd Lutz's farm. It's got some quality beef.
First down, Tornadoes.
I guess I should say pork if they're hog mollies, huh?
They sling it out on the left for Brockington, complete. And he's got it up near another first down, up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, tasty little dump off to the receiving back, who kind of doubles almost as a wide receiver with his speed. You get this guy out in open space. I've seen Judd Lutz had to break out a what are those called?
A little radar gun?
Yeah, the radar gun for this guy. Over 21 miles per hour.
Wow.
That's Tommy Haw speed, pal.
On your motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
Brockington takes the pitch on the right side. He's got the first down, and he's going to be brought down, and a horse collar is going to be called against Bellevue as the flag flies in there. That is good enough for a Tiffin Columbian first down.
And there's no, again, you just can't do justice to the wheels this Brockington has.
But hang on, we got a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is here.
I mean, that describes how he got so many yards.
Personal foul, horse collar against the defense. So that'll move the ball inside Bellevue territory down to the 47-yard line. That's where the Tornadoes will have it. 1st and 10.
So the official calling the horse collar wasn't popping the collar, putting off some dance moves for homecoming this weekend. Look how many Bellevue loads now.
Bryce Rogo by himself here on the near side of the formation. Fake the handoff. Braden slings it over the middle. Incomplete. Going for Corper down the middle. And Corper had a step on his man, but Rogo just put it just a little too far out in front of him.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of a combination of both, as you kind of see Corper look just a tiny bit back.
I think maybe he was held up in the route a little bit at the beginning. Defender doing a nice job inside that little chuck zone.
That's a good point, Nate.
throwing him off his timing a little bit. 3 receivers set, shotgun formation, tight end on the right side. They bring a man in motion. That's Bryce Rogo, settles on the right side of the formation in a wingback formation. Handoff, Brockington. And he's got plenty of yards, up to about the 40, maybe the 39-yard line. That'll be good for about 8 on the play.
I don't think you should be able to gobble up 8 yards against the 4-4.
Well, you got this kind of beef up front. You're getting some push.
Just saying. Brockington lowers the boom. It's almost enough to move the chains as the Tornadoes now face 3rd and 2, but they're driving.
Rogo, the man in motion, settles on the left side of the formation. Now Braden Rogo takes the snap, handoff. Brockington has the first down, and he's got it down to about the 32-yard line. That's good enough for another Tiffin Columbian first down. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. No score here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. This drive for Tiffin Columbian started out at their own 8-yard line. They've now got it inside Bellevue territory down to the 32.
Hey, these are the drives you love.
Mm-hmm. Braden Rogo in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, slings it down the middle of the field, and
he grabbed that one, yeah.
Gooding comes up with the catch.
Did you doubt the hands of my man BG3?
Wow. I did not. I just wanted to make sure the referee didn't doubt as well.
Holy.
What a catch.
Mamma mia.
And what a snag by, I don't have the replay. I didn't catch it in time, but what a snag by BG3.
Yeah. Snagged it up like a she-gator protecting her young.
Rogo in the shotgun. Handoff. Brockington follows the beef and finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian.
Brockington really imposed his will on the ground in this drive, as you talked about, Nate.
Let's take a look at that replay here, Tommy, as they were able to punch that one in from about 5 yards out. Just look at the push up front by this big offensive line. I mean, untouched into the end zone. Look at that wall.
Yeah.
You could have ran behind that, Tommy.
Yeah, Cal Riley opening up the floodgates as Brockington pours one in for a score. As the extra point goes up, and it is good.
Liam Kerr knocks through the extra point, and it is 7-0 Tiffin Columbian with 5:21 left to play here in the first quarter here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium.
The sun goes down here on Frost-Kalnow Stadium. You're watching high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our broadcast. Let them know you're watching Tiffin Columbian football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Let your friends know they can catch this game if they can't be here at the stadium. Next best thing to being here, right here on Heart of Ohio.
That's right.
Just can't thank the followers enough, helping us get past that milestone. Over 5,000 followers. They're on our Facebook page. Over 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube page.
Almost 2,000. We're closing in on 2 now.
And again, it's all thanks to you, the viewers, who help support this. As this is live and paywall free, and it's brought to you by our community-minded sponsors. As Tiffin Columbian gets ready to kick off after our Damian Brockington touchdown to put the Tornadoes up 7-0. A return man.
And they bring it up to about the 24. Maybe the 25 is where they'll mark them down. Oh, Bellevue will take over here. Down 7-0. They've already had an offensive possession, Tommy. They did pick up a first down, but the TC defense came up strong and picked up the stop, forced the punt.
Yeah, the Redmen picked up 2 first downs in that first drive. Drive stalled out on their opening possession, to where the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes got the ball off that punt, drove from the 8-yard line, and went 92 for a score.
Martin steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run, and he's got it near the first down. I think he might be, yep, they were going to say good enough to move the chains, and that is a UIS Insurance and Investments first down for the Redmen. Ball marked at the 35. Shotgun set, 4 receivers in the formation, one on the far side by himself, 3 here on the near side. 1 back in the backfield.
Now if you're going to bring 3 down front, you got to be able to read your keys a little bit quicker if you're in that Columbian secondary, because it comes up to them for them to make that pursuit to the ball.
And this one, as Ike Brown, the ball carrier, picks up a couple up to about the 37. BG3 on the stop for Tiffin Columbian.
Yeah, that's kind of what you talk about, Nate. Again, 2-yard gain there, but recognition by Gooding, the defensive back, comes up. And that's, you got to be able to recognize just a little bit sooner to be able to stop that for a loss.
Martin in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Now he's got pressure. He's just going to have to get rid of that one.
Yeah, nice pressure up front this time.
There's nobody there, but he was outside the pocket, so he was able to get rid of that one. 3rd down and 8 coming up for this Redmen offense.
Leo Diamantopoulos with the pressure.
There you go, Tom. You got it. Sun starting to set here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium on a beautiful evening for football here. Martin drops back to pass, slings it out to the right, complete to his receiver, but he's going to be driven out short of the first down by about 3, maybe 4 yards. Yeah, he's going to be 3 yards short here. Ball at the 42-yard line. And we'll see what the call is here. Because if you're Bellevue, you punt this away, you're going to need to come up with a stop defensively. And, I mean, Tiffin Columbian marched right down the field, went 92 yards on your defense last time. So let's see what the call is. Looks like they're going to go for it, but
You're playing with house money and chipping the seat, Nate.
I think they might just be trying to get the defense to jump here. Martin probably going to take a couple steps backwards. And no, they're just going to go ahead and call the timeout. Of course, timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Let's step aside. We'll take a timeout with them. Make sure we get the right thing loaded up here. I'm the wizard today, by the way, folks, so we'll make sure we get things loaded up right next time. Once again, you're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back after this.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall with you. Up here in the press box, we got Zach Blythe running the overhead cam. Austin Rodriguez down on the sideline getting some good shots for us. And Eric Hall is our sideline reporter tonight. You're tuned in to the broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tiffin Columbian leads Bellevue 7-0. 4th down and 3 coming up. The Redmen offense still on the field here. Ashton Martin in the shotgun. 2 receivers here on the near side. 1 back in the backfield. A wingback formation. 1 tight end set. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to get the first down. Nice second effort there by Brody Horn as he buries his head forward off the contact. Tommy, contact happened right at the line of scrimmage, but that little spin move off the contact to get him forward for a couple more yards is what he needed. And they only needed 3, they got 4.
Sometimes, Nate, again, just Columbian offense, they're turning you up almost for 8 yards per play.
Martin
calculate that between the 20s.
Steps up, slings it out on the left side, complete to Horn. As Horn has another first down for Bellevue, and this time they're inside Tiffin Columbian territory, down to the 40-yard line.
So around the 45-yard line on a 4th down, like my ficus playing at home, this drive almost withered up and died. Bellevue able to gamble like we talked about, playing with house money here at week 8, looking to play spoiler on the road against rival Tiffin Columbian, and now Redmen driving.
Martin fakes actually this is Brown on the carry. What can Brown do for you? Good for about 2.
That flowed nice. Got a good rhythm.
Freshman running back getting a little bit of time here. As we mentioned, they had an injury to their starting running back. Jax Lapata is the starting quarterback, but they've also had an injury to their starting running back as well earlier in the season. So they're just kind of rolling with the punches and seeing what works, and they've done a pretty good job of filling some of these gaps. Martin steps back, slings it down the right sideline, complete. What a nice pass there from Ashton Martin as he finds the freshman receiver, Ike Brown, out of the backfield and picks up a first down. Was that Brown or was that 13? I thought that was Mason Flicker, the junior.
Well, that's one thing, even with the injuries that this Bellevue team doesn't run short on, is talent,
Toughness.
athletes.
And toughness. This team's always going to bring it. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. Ashton Martin takes the snap, handoff, Horn.
Look at that.
Carries it forward, buries his head forward, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bellevue.
And Horn able to put a score on the board and answer back the Tornadoes' touchdown on their last drive. As Nate, this drive, it was dead around the 45.
Yeah.
Fourth and 5 situation, unable to get the defense to jump. Decided to take the timeout, figuring that you're going to usher in the puck unit. But no, Coach Nasani and this Bellevue squad decide to run it, and they convert, and then they turn that into points as Bellevue now chance to knot it up.
And that extra point is blocked. Somebody got a paw on it. I think that was BG3. Let's see, did I catch it in time? Here it is. Did we catch who got the... It was either Maximus Fortney or BG3, one of the two. But once again, 7-6, Tiffin Columbian after the blocked extra point, but the Redmen take that one 75 yards and punch it in from 15 yards out.
Might not be a bad bet to bet that block on Fortney as, man, he takes up a lot of, you can show a drive-in movie on this guy.
Once again, Redmond sets kickoff here. Dylan Barger handling the kicking duties. Back deep to return, Damian Brockington. And I believe that is number 4. Eric, you got a number on that guy over there?
I think it's 5.
5, all right, that is Jack Newlove back deep to return. Thank you, Eric.
Look at that boot.
Newlove on the return to the 30. And about the 35-yard line is where he'll be brought down. And that's where Tiffin Columbian will take over for their next offensive possession.
See how this offense responds after the Redmen, again, able to gamble on their last drive and knew exactly what was going to face them had they punted, because that Tornadoes offense tore Bellevue up for 98 yards on their last drive.
Yeah.
Or 92 yards on their last drive.
Homecoming night for Tiffin Columbian here. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set. Rogo back to pass, slings it down the left sideline, incomplete as he was looking for Brady Gooding, but that one falls incomplete. A little bit of a miscommunication there. I think he was expecting Gooding to come back on that one, and Gooding was running a go route down the sideline. So
thus far, the Tornadoes still out 1 point lead, 7-6 here in the opening stanza from Frost-Kalnow Stadium, 2:26 with Rogo in the gun, calls a man of motion.
Hand off to Brockington, trying to get the edge. He does. He's got it to the 45, to the 50, 45, 40, 35. Breaks the tackle down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Damian Brockington. Whew. That is a 41-yard gain there Actually,
Again, I'm going to gamble that I can convert a 4th and 5 rather than stop that, which is Damian Brockington, as he is him.
shotgun formation. They fake it to Brockington, sling it out right side for Rogo. Bryce Rogo on the connection, and he's got it out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him out before the 20 at about the 22. The Brogo connection, good for 7. And it's 2nd down and 3 coming up. Tornadoes come out in a 4-receiver set here. Tight end on the left side of the formation. Rogo all by himself in the backfield. Braden Rogo takes the snap.
Oh!
Pressure, hit, dropped.
And what a stop.
Seth Bova.
Yeah, lightning speed. Seth Bova, like a supernova, into the backfield for a huge sack. Now brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Tornadoes.
Seems like there's always a Bova over there in Bellevue. And, yeah. They've got Seth Bova, who's a senior, and then Evan Bova, who is a freshman. So just kind of replacing them. 3rd down and 9. 4-receiver set here for the Tornadoes. Brockington in the backfield. Braden Rogo takes the snap, slings it out right side, complete. Corper on the reception, and he's going to be driven out before the 20-yard line. So short of the 1st down by about 4.
See if turnabout's fair play for the Tornadoes, as that little gain definitely makes it decision time.
You're kind of in no man's land here. You're a little too far for a field goal, a little too close to punt it, obviously, but
it's definitely 4-down territory. Especially after you let Bellevue convert on you
Absolutely.
on a 4th down here in homecoming in front of Susie Q and in front of this crowd. You're going to go for it on 4th down. Drag it.
Corper, the man in motion. Rogo looking, slings it out right side, has Brockington at the 15 to the 10, and Damian Brockington picks up another TC 1st down.
Yeah, you got to do that in front of Susie Q.
Woo-hoo!
Well, Tornadoes gamble it themselves, come up in a huge way, as now the Tornadoes, again, the way this offense has been clicking, you wouldn't have guessed they've been in a few precarious positions where they were forced to go for it.
Rogo slings it out on the left, completes it. Corper
Got the block.
on the reception, and Corper into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Jack Corper takes the pass from Braden Rogo and punches it in from 10 yards out. And the Tornadoes on the board once again with 38 seconds left here in the 1st quarter.
Well, Corper, again, makes a huge athletic move. You'll see here on the replay as Rogo in the gun, has 3 out to his left, finds Corper right down there.
Look at the blocking by BG3 on the outside
Now
there.
that's what's nice right at the end. Just the way that he resets his feet and comes inside the pylon. That's a good football move as it puts another score on for the Tornadoes, and the extra point is good.
14-6, Tiffin Columbian leading Bellevue with 38 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, SARA RIESEN Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, Pit Stop, and HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Getting ready to kick off here is Liam Kerr for the Tornadoes. Yeah, it looks like Ike Brown.
A pooch punt, a pooch kick.
Short kick and a short return as they'll bring it back to about the 37-yard line. Cooper Moyer on the return for the Redmen.
Looked a little bit by design there, Nate, as you see one of the guys kind of go in motion.
Once again, folks, if you're tuned in here on the broadcast, you're watching us, make sure you share the video. It seems like we got about 384 viewers right now. A lot of people loving this matchup, Tiffin Columbian Bellevue. Make sure you share it. Share it with your friends. Click that button. Takes 2 clicks. And you never know the friends out there that are looking for the game, don't know how to watch, and you're going to help them by just sharing that video.
Well, trying to catch Bellevue sleeping has now afforded the Bellevue Redmen good field position to start this drive, looking to answer back.
Martin sacked in the backfield.
Diamantopoulos.
Leo Diamantopoulos comes up with the play in the backfield. And that'll move him back to the 29-yard line. And that's a big-time play there, Tommy, by that TC defense. They need somebody that's able to create that pressure off the edge.
That's got to be the last play of this quarter.
And it will. That will be the final play of the first quarter. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 18 for Bellevue with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Tiffin Columbian leading 14-6. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
You know what I mean? It's just been back. Good stuff.
And we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium, and I'm the wizard tonight, so I just messed up a commercial break. So we'll make sure we get that one back in the halftime segment. But once again, Tiffin Columbian leading 14-6 over Bellevue.
How many courses have you flunked at Hogwarts?
Well, you know, I got to remember a few things. It's kind of like riding a bike, but there's a lot more parts, and yeah. You got to put it together while you ride it.
I can't thank you enough for putting this together, as I just kind of slithered right in here, took my seat, and enjoyed the ride as the wizard Greg Kim put this game together. Nate's doing a tremendous job producing it. We can't thank Austin Rodriguez, Zach Blythe for helping bring this game onto your favorite mobile device, living room, wherever you may be watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Start of the second quarter, the Redmen trail by 8. It's 14-6 Tiffin Columbian. Bellevue has it at their own 30-yard line, 2nd and 18. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set here for Bellevue. Ooh. Tornadoes look like they're bringing the blitz. They do.
Show their hand.
And Martin's just got to sling this one out to the right. And wow, what a catch! What a catch by Cooper Moyer, who just goes up and high points the ball. Wow.
And what a shot the quarterback took. Seeing the blitz, looking for the hot read. Checks downfield, takes a shot. Just throws it. As Moyer there moves the chains and then some.
So a 3rd down and about 7 coming up. Ball at the 40-yard line. They need to move it past the 47 to convert. Martin in the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Fakes, nope, he's going to give it off. Horn on the carry, and boy, he is met right there. Leo Diamantopoulos creating the pressure, but Bradley Willman brings him down in the backfield. Yeah. And actually, they'll carry him forward for a couple yards, but it's 4th and 5 coming up.
Only against a Tornado defense could you have a play that go for 12 yards and you're still trying to make up 3rd and 7. They're keeping the offense on the field here.
Probably going to be a pooch bunt here, I would imagine. No, they're going to go for it. Martin slings it out left side, picked off. Interception by that TC defense. I believe that's A.J. Hickman. It is number 8, A.J. Hickman on the interception. And that is a TC turnover. Woo-hoo. Look at that. Greggy put that one together before we left. I like that. Let's take a look at the replay here.
4th and 5.
That again. 3rd week in a row, A.J. Hickman comes up with an interception here for this TC defense.
Yeah, so let's scout that on film and then throw it his way. But nonetheless, 4th and 5 in those situations, again, you go for it, you know, and you convert it, you look like a genius. If you don't, you're never heard from again. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it goes.
So Tiffin Columbian takes over at midfield. After the turnover, 3 receivers set, shotgun formation. Rogo slings it out left side, completes it to Bryce Rogo. He's got the first, he's got it about the 43-yard line. That first down play good for about 7 yards.
I like what Bellevue's been trying to do, though, in this matchup. They're trying to control the tempo, trying to keep pace with the Tornadoes. And on that 4th and 5, though, it failed. And then now the Tornadoes set up with good real estate from the 43. Pitch out to Brockington. Sheds one tackle, sheds another before he's driven down. It's about 8 on the play, Nate.
And that'll be good for a first down for Tiffin Columbian. Of course, first down's brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. It's going to be an early start for us tomorrow for the Saturday scoreboard. We'll get started about 9 a.m. as we need to be out of there before 10 so I can catch my son playing JV football. That one over the middle intended for Corper, and it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the Bellevue defense knows how imperative it is to get a stop on this drive after your offense went for it on 4th down, turned the ball over, and this Tornado offense seemingly unstoppable throughout their first 2 possessions here.
And it's going to be a 2nd down and 10, ball at the 35. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. After this play, we'll send it down to the sideline to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall.
And so they're going to call timeout here.
All right, well, during this timeout, brought to you by Hope and Fostoria, let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric,
Continuing with our
what's going on, man?
Thank you, Tiffin. Error.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to run a play there because we have that magic when you go to throw it down to me, so I thought we were going to see a touchdown there.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen, but who knows? Maybe after the timeout, we'll come out firing. So
We'll bring that magic.
absolutely. So what's going on down on the sidelines here
I heard
tonight?
Coach Lutz talking during that first quarter, right before that first touchdown, and he said we're going to put on the gas and we're not going to let up. And so far, out of 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, so far they haven't let up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're showing a little leg there. Can we get a glimpse of the socks? What we got there?
Yeah.
Blythe,
We
can
got some Bob Ross socks on this week, man.
Bob Ross socks?
I'm
What?
rocking a different sock every week, and it's working because Columbian keeps winning.
Well, Tiffin Columbian painting a pretty little picture right here with nice
With some
drive.
happy little trees.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Rogo slings it out on the left for Alzaquani, and he's got it up past the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Talib Alzaquani on the reception. Good for about 6. That'll set him up with a 3rd and 4. After this, we'll take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, get you updated on some of the other games from around the area.
3rd and 4 for the Tornadoes. Rogo in the gun.
They hand off to Brockington, and he's got enough space to take this one all the way into the end zone. 29-yard touchdown run for Damian Brockington. Wow.
He's got a touchdown dance for every one of his teammates.
Well, that's not a touch. That's not a first down. That's a touchdown. I love that graphic. Let's take a look at the replay.
Gets himself something to eat right here. Carves up the defense as the Redmen don't really have an answer for this rushing attack by the Tornadoes. Part of the reason why you've seen them try to convert and go for it, as one of those attempts proved fruitous, as the Redmen were able to put up 6 points, but on their last possession, that huge 4th and 5 situation, the turnover equated to Tornado points, and now the Tornadoes have a 21-6 lead here from Frost-Kalnow with 9:14 remaining here in the first half.
Once again, thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Let's take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Perkins leading Norwalk 28-0. That one says it's in the first quarter. Gibsonburg on top of Willard 7-0. Fremont Ross leading Southview 7-0. Seneca East on top of Mohawk 14-0. You can find that one over on the X stream as Dominic Helmstetter, Greg Kinn, and Connor Roush on the call for that one here on Heart of Ohio Sports. It says no score from Calvert and Woodmore. I don't know who's over there covering the game. I know the local radio stations are here, so maybe there's some coverage over there, I hope. But that one, we were hoping that somebody else would cover that one because we also have Columbia and Bellevue here and a good rivalry game between Seneca East and Mohawk. That one's always a great game, as this one returned by the Redmen up to about the 33-yard line. We'll keep going around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Margaretta leading Lakota 10-0. Sandusky on top of Clyde 8-0. Cary all over Bucyrus 35-0. And Hopewell Loudon leading Fremont St. Joe. They actually did play the game 19-0. As Edison leading Port Clinton 14-0. And that's pretty much it. Oh, Tommy, this one's a great. This one, so you've got Mapleton, who just had that tragedy happen this past week. They're facing Monroeville tonight. So a couple of really good teams facing off. And that one
tackled out of the flat.
7-6.
They have resulted in a fumble.
I think the ball came out. We'll see.
They're going to call that forward progress might have been stopped.
They're saying he was down on the play before the ball came out. So
that what it was.
Second down and 6, ball at the 37. Martin
down, Columbian showing blitz.
Pass over the middle is incomplete.
Well, the pressure got to the quarterback there, as that was a nice read. Just wasn't able to get the receiver there in position. But, man, what a nice little throw. Again, tremendous pressure by the defense, forcing a 3rd and 6 now. Oh, this set.
3rd down and 6. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 man in the backfield. Ashton Martin in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff.
That's an option.
Rolls to the right. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Big time loss there as he just kept going backwards. And that TC defense comes up with a stop.
I don't think you go for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, I don't think it's 4 down territory all the way back here. Ball at the 23-yard line. And the punt unit comes onto the field for the Redmen. 8 minutes left here in the first half. Tiffin Columbian leading 21-6 over Bellevue. Am I allowed to say Bellevue? Can I do?
You can.
Okay, all right. I'm an announcer. We're all right. Eric's not allowed, though.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Jack Newlow deep to return the punt for the Tornadoes.
Bad snap, but they do end up getting the punt away. And this one just barely gets past the line of scrimmage. This is going to be about a 15-yard punt. As the line of scrimmage actually was back at the 21, 22-yard. Yeah, about a 17-yard punt there. So Tiffin Columbian will take over inside Bellevue territory at the 40-yard line.
Maybe it was 4 down territory. Well, like Coach Lutz said, you're just going to put your foot on the gas here. As Tiffin Columbian sets up shop once again. Their last drive from the 43. This one from the 40.
Rogo in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. Slings it over the middle. Has Corper at about the 33. Jack Corper on the reception. Good for about 7.
Seth Bova makes a stop there by the Bellevue defense. They're just kind of in almost like a zone coverage there.
Three receivers set. They bring a man in motion. That's Jack Corper. He settles on the left side of the formation. Hand off to Brockington off the left side. buries his shoulder forward and picks up the first down. That is a Tiffin Columbian first down, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. We'll have the halftime performances from both marching bands here today.
Should be a good one here on homecoming weekend for the Tornadoes.
Rogo in the shotgun. Drops back. Slings it down the field. He's got Bryce in the end zone, and complete. Bryce got a finger on it, but I think Braden just let him a little too far out in front there. Unable to make the connection. Second down and 10 coming up. Three receivers off to the far side. Talib Al-Zakwani, the tight end, here on the left side of the formation. Damian Brockington in the backfield with Braden Rogo. Brockington takes the handoff, carries it up the middle.
Still on his feet.
Boy, he just dragging defenders with him down the field as Caden Kramer was hanging on like my grandma's chihuahua there. Little ankle biter. Two receivers, one on the far, one on the near side. Extra offensive lineman here on this set. Tight end on the left side. And Rogo slings it. Brady Gooding on the reception. Breaks a couple tackles, keeps moving forward. And Fortney tried to give him a little extra push there to get him in. But
tackle BG3 into the end zone.
I think Brady's looking at him going, man, I didn't know you hit that hard.
I mean, can you carry the ball carrier in for a touchdown?
First and goal for Tiffin Columbian. Rogo, handoff, Brockington. Is he in? No call. And it's going to be second down and goal.
Yeah, replay of that.
It's a little too late, darn it. I'm just not quick enough. I got to be on top of it more like Greggy is. Rogo in the shotgun. Handoff, Brockington plunges into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. A half-yard touchdown run there for Damian Brockington.
Is that his third touchdown now?
That is his third touchdown of the game. And I'll tell you, he is just piling up.
In the half.
He is just piling up numbers this year. Already leading the SBC Lake in rushing on the season, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. And just adding to that total here. Kerr puts that one up and puts it through. And your score now 28-6. Tiffin Columbian. Let's take a look at that touchdown run once again by Damian Brockington here.
4:56 remaining here in the first half as Brockington having himself a nice career here in the first half. Third touchdown.
28-6, Tiffin Columbian. Let's step aside, take a quick timeout. When we come back, 4:50 left here in the first half. Tiffin Columbian leading 28-6 over Bellevue. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities.
And we're back here. Kickoff fielded at about the 8-yard line. And they bring it up to about the 21. And that's where Bellevue will start out here on the possession, trailing by 22 now, Tommy. This was a one-point ball game. It seemed like a a snap ago.
That's what the Tornadoes do to you. They got that carnation instant offense, and before you know it, you're behind the 8 ball, as Clyde found out last week going into the half, 42-0, down 42-0. Bellevue's put a score on the board thus far. You got to keep chopping away at that deficit.
Martin takes the snap, handoff, Horn off the left side, and he's got a couple, maybe about 5, up to the 28-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. Second down and 4 coming up. It's a short 4, probably about second down and 3 here. Martin in the shotgun, 2 receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. Ashton Martin, handoff. Horn on the carry, has the first down. And, boy, he just lowers those shoulders and lowers the boom.
That was a nice run. Is Horn responsible for the 6 points by this Bellevue offense thus far?
Two receivers on the far side of the field. They work from the left hash mark. Ball at the 37-yard line. Ashton Martin comes up to the line, makes the play adjustment. Now settles into the shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff, Horn off the left side. Brody Horn on the carry to the 45 to the 50 and brought down inside Columbian territory at about the 49-yard line. Nice carry there by Brody Horn. Picks up another Bellevue first down. Of course, all first downs brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments here on Heart of Ohio Sports. 3:23 left here in the first half. And the Redmen really need to punch this one in, get some points on the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Make this a more manageable game before we head to the locker room. 1st and 10. Martin in the shotgun. Wing back on the right side of the formation. Handoff. They run it, and they pick up maybe a yard as Brody Horn on the carry tripped up as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage. Brady Bonnell on the stop for Tiffin Columbian. 2nd down and 9. Redmen at the 49-yard line. Martin in the shotgun, 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Nobody here on the near side. Boy, and they're working on the short side of the field here, Tommy. They are just working on that side, that left side, as I think they found something here. They're trying to find a way to work their way down the field and put some points on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, it's almost like you're loading up that strong side and just finding something right there on the back end that works. As they're quick to the line, look over to the sideline for the play, Nate, and then they kind of take a look at what the defense is giving them.
Martin takes the snap. Horn on the carry.
Yeah, that was
bottled up right there at the line and driven back. They're going to lose a yard on the play. 4th down and 5 coming up. Leo Diamantopoulos on the stop. And he's been all over the field tonight.
Another 4th and 5 situation. Daunts this Bellevue offense.
Martin back to pass. Looking
time in the world.
down the left sideline. Complete. He has his receiver inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Boy, Tommy, he just dropped that one in a bucket.
Oh, yeah. Dylan Barger comes up huge on another 4th and 5 situation to keep the Bellevue drive alive. And that throw right there, that little toss to Barger.
Right in between 2 defenders.
Brings out the paddles to this drive.
Martin on the carry. That's going to be good for a couple, maybe 2. Jack Newlove on the stop for Tiffin Columbian.
The Tornadoes get the ball back at to start the half. Bellevue needs to punch this one in. Unlike them fat cats in Washington, you got to cut away at this deficit.
That's right. Martin fakes the handoff, slings it right side, and it's incomplete. Through the hands of his intended receiver, Caden Kramer, who is the back out of the backfield there.
Them Kramers.
Third down and 8. 59 seconds left.
Clock continuing. 3rd and 8. Again, you just got to continue to work your game plan here.
Martin in the shotgun. 3 receivers here on the near side. Bad snap. He picks it up off the turf. Rolls to his right. He's going to take off and run. He's got the first down and buries his shoulder forward. Picks up a couple extra.
I'm not sure.
Down to the 13-yard line.
Not sure he should have been able to even advance that ball. Looked like he picked that up with his knee down.
Well, let's see. Did we catch it? I don't think we did. I don't think we caught that one in time.
Let's see.
Nope, didn't catch it. Darn it. Yeah, we'll send it down to Eric Hall here in a minute. He's got a little bit of a...
Maybe that's what they're booing.
Yeah, maybe they're booing Eric because he's a bad man. Jackson, Ashton Martin on the carry. Eric, you said you got a little insight. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but Damian Brockington's missing from the defensive backfield back there. After he dove into the end zone, he came over holding his ribs. He hasn't talked to the trainer or anything. He seems to be okay, but I've noticed he's missing from that defensive backfield, so something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. That's good insight there from our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Thanks again, Eric. Appreciate that. All right, we have a timeout on the field. Timeouts, of course, brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. Let's use this time and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. 24 seconds left here in the first half. Tiffin Columbian leading 28-6 over Bellevue. And we want to thank our sponsors. Thanks to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, SARA RIESEN Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, Pit Stop, and HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Redmen have it inside the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 5. They can still pick up the first down without getting the touchdown here. Martin drops back, slings it over the middle, into the end zone, incomplete, off the receiver's hands. We got a flag that flies in at the end of the play. Now let's see what the call is here. I think it's going to be an ineligible man downfield.
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the call is. Ineligible on the Redmen. And so there you have it. The flag goes against the Redmen. It's going to back them up. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Bellevue trailing 28-6. And that moves the ball back to the 13-yard line. Don't forget, stick around for the halftime show brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. We'll have the marching band performances from both bands. We'll get you set for the start of the second half. We will join you from the booth with about 3 minutes before the start of the third quarter. And it looks like a timeout called. Tiffin Columbian takes a timeout. We'll keep it. Actually, let's go ahead and step aside and take a timeout. Once again, Tiffin Columbian leading Bellevue 28-6 here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Pulse of the Buckeye State.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
Parents who host lose the most.
All right, and we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall with you here. Tiffin Columbian defense
being called to task.
Called to task. 2nd and 10 Bellevue, ball at the 13. Martin takes the snap, slings it into the end zone. He's got a man in the back, but it is broken up. Excellent coverage on the play by BG3.
Oh, he reads right over the middle.
Yeah, I thought he had him streaking across.
Yeah, you had the linebacker showing his hand, looking, you show blitz. I really thought the linebacker was going to drop back into coverage there. But instead, comes up. You have a guy streaking over the middle that he could have hooked up with, but instead, trying to find a back corner. Now brings up 3rd and 10. 14 seconds left in the first half.
Martin in the shotgun, takes the snap, fake the handoff, rolls to his left, hit and dropped in the backfield. Damian Brockington comes up with a huge play for that TC defense.
Well, there's your update on where he's been.
Woo, we'll see that one again. Brockington coming off the edge here. You can see him at the bottom of your screen as he just comes. Actually, no, he's at the top of your screen. And he comes untouched off the edge there, Tommy. What a play by that TC defense.
Especially as the quarterback rolls off right into the Lion arms of Damian Brockington, who, if 3 touchdowns on the night wasn't enough, a huge stop on 3rd and 10. Now this 4th and 17, not quite as manageable. You need a score here going into the half.
And you got 8 seconds left here. You're going to go for it, but you want to try to waste all this time, right?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Tiffin Columbian's going to kneel on it when they come out anyway. I don't think they're going to even try if they were to get the ball back with a couple seconds at this point. Martin in the shotgun, drops back, slings it over the middle, has a man near the goal line, but he's going to be stopped right at the 3, and that's the end of the quarter.
Can you believe that, Nate?
Wow.
Like Luke Perry, Columbian holds on for 8 seconds.
That's awful. That's awful. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Goal line stand by that TC defense.
The ball carrier.
Wow.
As Ethan Smith tries to punch it in. And the Redmen are turned away as the Tornadoes hold strong here at home on homecoming weekend, 28-6, as we go into the half here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the Buckeye IT halftime show coming up next right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? We're going to need a bigger boat. Look out! Here comes Spider-Man!
Don't go anywhere.
Christopher M. Meadows, assistant David W. Strader, and color guard instructor Amy Danger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On this homecoming night, we direct your attention to the far sideline as we welcome the pride of Tiffin Columbian High School, the 2023 edition of our Marching 120, the Tiffin Columbian Band, Flag Dance, and Majorette Squads. Our band is under the direction of Mr. Michael Meadows, with Assistant Director Mr. Trenton Thacker. Our flag and dance squad are under the direction of Mrs. Danielle Cluse, assisted by Brooke Tice and Katie Gillick. Our majorette coach is Mrs. Katie Gilrani. We begin this evening with a drill to a combination of 2 hits by Bon Jovi, entitled the Bon Jovi Jam. It combines the 1986 Billboard Top 100 one hit from their album Slippery When Wet, Living on a Prayer, and with 2000 hit from the album Crush. Watch and listen to our Marching 120 drills to It's My Life. English songwriter Harry Styles wrote our next selection. The year was 2022, and the women of our flag dance and majorette squad danced to this Billboard Hot 100 hit. It stayed #1 for 15 weeks, and the women of our flag dance and majorette squad entertain us now with Styles, As It Was. Everybody knows that our Tiffin Marching 120 loves to boogie down and dance, and there may be something fishy as we conclude our halftime show with a dance selection by the same English singer Harry Styles. Released in 2022, also from Harry Styles' House Watch, as our dancing band does their thing to music for a sushi restaurant.
back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall with you. We are just about set to start the second half as we're about 4.5 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Tiffin Columbian leading Bellevue 28-6 is your score. What a performance by both marching bands here tonight. But that TC marching band, Tommy, I tell you, it just never ceased to amaze me. Mike Meadows does an outstanding job with that group. Every single year they come in, they bring it. And as much as this football team is on top of their game, that band is one of the best in the land.
Oh, without a doubt. And again, here on homecoming night, this rivalry football game presented live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let your friends know, hey, you're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. And man, it's been a good one thus far. If you're a Tornadoes fan,
yeah.
As Bellevue really took some chances there in that first half, trying to get out of the gate. They knew they were going to go up against a high-powered offense, and they knew they weren't going to be able to just continue to trade scores back and forth with this Tornado squad. So, those 3 and outs, they just weren't going to cut it for the Bellevue Redmen. They had to convert. They had to move the chains, and then when they were in a spot to be able to convert or get downfield, they took those chances. It equated to 6 points, but couple turnovers there by the Redmen in that first half kind of sits us where we're at, 28-6.
Yeah, and you mentioned, they had to get something going. That's why they felt like they had to go for it on fourth down multiple times. And this TC defense, as much as they were able to come up with the stops after that first drive, Bellevue did put something together that first drive, and I think maybe that's something that they might want to try to go back to is a little bit more of that ground game. I think, they got down 14-6 at one point, and I think they kind of abandoned that run game, and I think that was really starting to push the ball forward for them. Brody Horn was really finding some running room in the middle of that defense, and then on the edges, they were starting to get a little bit more push. But, when it comes down to it, that TC defense did an outstanding job of just putting the clamps down on that Bellevue offense. Every time they had the ball, it just seemed like they were frustrated.
Yeah, it's an uncharacteristic season for these Redmen. And here in the second half, that slow, methodic pace may not fall into favor for the Bellevue Redmen as they got a lot of ground to make up here in the second half of action.
Once again, you've been tuned in here on the Halftime Show, brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. We got about 2 minutes until the start of the second half, and I want to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And once again, it is 28-6 here at halftime, and we're just about set to start the second half. We want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services. Make sure I got this on the right camera. Buckeye IT Services, Cadet Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lease Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, SARA RIESEN, Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, Pit Stop, and HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, I mentioned that last name on there, HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory. One of our new sponsors, we just added them recently, and we're very excited to have them on board with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. But this is one of those, we kind of put the feeler out there, and Eric had a little connection. Obviously, Christy works at HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK, and she put in a good word for us. And I'll tell you what, there's some great folks over there at HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory. It's just a force of habit, man. But we'll send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after the kickoff to start the second half. We're going to thank all of our sponsors for bringing this broadcast to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Kickoff, and it went off of the leg of one of the upmen there. So Tiffin Columbian falls on top of it. They'll take over with great field position.
Again, another great field position. They'll take over from the 43. The last drive started from the 30. The drive before that started from the 43. And this high-caliber offense that comes out to the field, some of the Viewers in the comment section will want to know the production that this Damian Brockett has been able to do for this tornado offense. Again, he's got 1,170 yards on the season coming into the game, averaging 167 yards per game.
There he is, taking the carry off the left side. Stutter step, tried to find a little running room, but picks up about 5, maybe 6 yards. Near midfield, they'll mark him down to 48.
Tackled by number 45. Hayden Sarter brings up second down and 5 from the 48-yard line.
Not the offense.
That's a nice career. Three receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield with Braden Rogo. Stands in the shotgun, puts Talib Al-Zakwani in motion. Now Rogo sets up the screen on the left side and read beautifully by the defense there as Hayden Sarter comes up with the stop.
Brings up third down and 5.
He just kind of put those big paws up there. He read that play perfectly as he saw the quarterback kind of dropping back. And I'll tell you, Rogo, they do a great job of setting these screens up, but it's a tell whenever they're running the screen, because when Rogo comes back to that left side, he is backpedaling. And if the defensive lineman on that side's aware, all they gotta do is get their hands up. Great play there by Sarter. Handoff off the right side. Brockington has the first down and then some to the 30, 25, 20, 15, and he's going to be brought down right at the 15-yard line.
Damian Brockington on the carry.
Nice run there by Damian Brockington.
By number 21, Seth Bouvet. 37-yard gain on the play.
27-yard gain, and good enough for a Tiffin Columbian first down as they move it inside the red zone.
So imagine, the Bellevue Redmen going to the locker room, down 28-6. You come out here, you make those adjustments at halftime, and you're thinking, hey, they're going to straight out, just like that. Damian Brockington for 27 yards.
And off the left side, and not a whole lot of running room there. Jack Corper takes the little wide receiver sweep there.
Loss of 2 yards on the play.
Unable to find anything really in the running game. Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, down there on the sideline. Sounds like he wants to listen in with us. Maybe he might even have something to say. We'll check in with him after this play. Once again, I want to thank Eric Hall, our sideline operator, or sideline reporter, Zach Blythe, our camera operator, and Austin Rodriguez. Get some good shots down on the sideline for us. Rogo fires it into the end zone. Did he catch it? He did! Touchdown, BG3!
Well, Nate, as it continues to ring true, they throw it down to Eric, and the football guys say, hold on a minute.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let's see this one again here.
As Rogo back in the gun, finds BG3 streaking through the back of the end zone between 2 defenders.
Ooh. Boy, that was pretty. A little double reverse, Gooding into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good.
It's good, Nate, as the Hebrews have a saying for that called the Fukala Fuk. Means a reverse of a reverse. And the Tornadoes turn that into 2 points.
Be careful when you say that again.
Fukala Fuk.
10:09 left, and it is a 30-point advantage for Tiffin Columbian. So what's that mean, Tommy? Second half.
I never thought I'd.
Did you ever think you'd see this?
Not against a Bellevue squad. And now Bellevue knows how imperative it is to put
due to the 30-point differential in the score, the second half will now be played with a running clock.
There we go. I see what happened. Everybody keeps telling us to turn our mics up. No, it wasn't our mics. It was the actual road itself on the source needed to be turned up a little bit. So hopefully that's a little bit better for you out there. Greg, you said, Nate, you're loud enough. You don't need to be in there. We'll send it down to Eric Hall after the kickoff. Probably should have sent it down to him while we were transitioning there. But, We'll get him. Liam Kerr on to kick off for Tiffin Columbian. And this clock starts to roll, and Bellevue now faces two opponents. As the toe hits the ball, return man fields it at the 16 to the 26, 27-yard line.
Liam Kerr's kick is fielded by number 36, Connor Douch.
Connor Douch on the return. And it looks like we have a flag on the play, possibly.
AJ Hickman.
No.
Bellevue takes over.
I guess not.
Down and 10 for the 28-yard
All right, so first and 10 Bellevue, ball at the 28-yard line. We'll send it down to Eric Hall. His mic's on, so he can chime in whenever he wants, but we'll send it down to him after this play. Hand off to Horn. And Bradley Willman was right there and says, hey, hello. All right, Eric, hey, man, what's going on down there on the sideline? You got any updates for us?
I did talk to Damien right after halftime, and he's all right. He said I can't walk them all in, so he had to dive for that one. Hurt his ribs a little bit, but he's all right.
All right, well, good to hear. Thanks for that insight. As they sling it out on the left side. That one's incomplete, intended for Horn. It's going to be third down and 9 coming up here for the Redmen. Let's take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. As I did have a halftime score for Calvert. They were leading 35-0 over Woodmore. Perkins leading Norwalk 35-3. Gibsonburg all over Willard 34-7. We'll see the Crimson Flashes next week here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium as they face Calvert. Seneca East on top of Mohawk 14-7. You can find that over on the X stream. That's over on YouTube. Search Heart of Ohio Sports X stream. As Martin drops back to pass, rolls to his right, and he's going to have to sling it, get rid of it, and he got it out to his receiver, and what a catch, what a throw there. As Cooper Moyer comes up with the reception, good enough for a first down for the Redmen, and I'll tell you what, Tommy, that was a nice play by Ashton Martin as he had pressure in his face right away, rolled away from it, and got himself a little bit of open space to be able to deliver that ball accurately down the field.
Yeah, frustration starting to build of trying to punch one in. You got the running clock on you.
And off the left side, and not a whole lot of running in, maybe 3 yards for Brody Horn. We'll keep going around the area. Some other scores here. Margaretta on top of Lakota, 13-3. That one's in the third quarter. Sandusky leading Clyde 8-6 in the third quarter. Hopewell Loudon all over Fremont St. Joe, 39-0 in the third quarter. Carey all over Bucyrus, 56-0 at half. And here we have Bellevue. A second down and 7. Martin, quarterback keeper, designed quarterback run here.
Nice blocking.
And boy, Tommy, initial contact was a couple yards shy of the first down, but that 6'5" frame, all he's got to do is fall forward. That's 2 yards.
Sometimes even if you fall on your feet, you still move.
That's right.
Second down and short.
Just a yard shy of the first down. Ball inside Columbian territory, down at the 48-yard line. 2 receiver set. Wingback on the left side of the formation. Inside of 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Columbian leading 36-6. Running clock. Always a factor here in the second half. Handoff.
That's going to be good to move the chains.
And that should be good enough for a Bellevue first down. It is.
Gain of 4 yards on the play, good for a Bellevue first down.
Horn. Able to get a good pickup there, move the chains. Ball on the 48, Bellevue. Starting to move, but again, time becoming a factor here. Time becoming a factor here.
Martin slings it out on the right, complete to his receiver. And oh, what a play by Damian Brockington. And I don't know about that. Coming up after the play and barking in the guy's face. Sometimes we'll get you a flag, but luckily the referee didn't see anything flaggable there. So second down and 11.
You might have that dog in you, but you might get put in the pound if you keep it up.
I like it, but I just don't know if the officials like it. Brody Horn in the backfield with Ashton Martin. Martin takes the snap, handoff to Horn. Bounces off a tackler, but then he falls right into the arms of a couple more Tornadoes and picks up about 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Sure, Maximus Fortney's a nice guy, but definitely not somebody I want to dance with. Homecoming weekend down there in the trenches.
At least not between these lines.
At least bring me a corsage.
Martin takes the snap. Pressure. Slings it over the middle. Complete. He's got his man to the 35, to the 30, and he's out of bounds. He's got the first down. Cooper Moyer on the reception.
Thread, meet, needle on that one as, man, what a laser.
And this Martin to Moyer connection has been good a couple times here for a first down for Bellevue. Of course, first downs tonight brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments.
Columbian, they're going to load the box here.
2 backs in the backfield. Martin settles into the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Handoff. This is Bova off the right side, and not a whole lot of running room for Evan Bova.
Really? That was generous.
And Talib Al-Zaquani comes up a little sore, a little tender there. Might be a cramp issue. We'll see. He's definitely been dealing with something there for the last couple weeks, as we remember last week he had an issue with cramping as well, so something to keep an eye on. 2nd down and 8. Martin. They fake the handoff, sling it out to the right side. It's incomplete, as Brady Bonnell was right there to apply the pressure and nearly got the quarterback sacked from behind.
And I tell you what, again, I know you're just trying to put points on the board and you're running your game plan, but clock's ticking here. You're down 30 points. In my honest opinion, it don't matter if you lose by 1 or a lot. A loss is a loss. So you still got to be playing to try to get back in this one. Sense of urgency seemingly lost. For Bellevue continuing to put together a nice drive. 3rd and 8, ball on the 29.
Martin slings it out. It's incomplete. That one falls to the turf. And a 4th down coming up here for the Redmen. The ball at the 29-yard line. Tommy, you figure that keep the offense on the field here. Now down to 2:05. Man, this 3rd quarter has gone quick.
Bellevue thus far 2 of 4 and 4th down conversions.
And we got a timeout called. Tiffin Columbian is going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here for this timeout, brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, SARA RIESEN Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, Pit Stop, and HOFFMAN-GOTTFRIED MACK Funeral Home and Crematory, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And Eric, I think he said he has an update for us on the sideline, a little weather update, as maybe we'll get another STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. weather report. We'll see if we can get Eric down there on the sideline. Eric, where'd you go? There he is. He's in a black shirt now. I'm looking for a white shirt. I'm like, where'd he go? Did it get a little chilly down there?
Yeah, that's just part of the weather report, man. It says it's 60 degrees down here, but it doesn't feel like it. This breeze came in, and I think that rain I was talking about earlier might be coming in because it got cold quick down here. And the cheerleaders were chasing their signs around. It's windy, too, so, yeah. It's dropping.
All right, thanks again, Eric, for that dynamite drop in there. Our weather report brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Once again, the weather conditions changing here rapidly at Frost-Kalnow Stadium as it's getting a little chillier, as Greggy would say.
Well, Martin converts that huge 4th down.
First and 10. Ball at the 19, inside of a minute to play. Handoff to Horn off the left side, and boy, he was.
These Bonnells.
Yeah, I mean, he was met as soon as he got the ball in the backfield. Big time stop by that TC defense.
You got Brady Bonnell adding on to his tackle total this year. A.J. Bonnell leaves this Tornado defense. 36 tackles on the season.
It's getting a little windy out there. I see the leaves blowing around, and yeah. Handoff to Horn, up the middle, and he's going to be brought down from behind.
Probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
Keyshawn Seitz coming in to make the play. And that is the final play of the third quarter. Your score, Tiffin Columbian 36, Bellevue 6. We'll be right back after.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Started the fourth quarter. 4 receivers set for the Redmen. They have it 2nd down and 7, or it's 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 12. Martin slings it over the middle, and it's incomplete right at the receiver's hands. Dylan Barger unable to haul that one in, and it's going to be 4th down coming up.
And facing this running clock after the Tornadoes' opening drive of the second half resulted in points, put this one out to a 30-point lead. Ushering in the running clock. Bellevue, no sense of urgency, just been controlling the tempo here, looking to punch this one in, continuing an over 6-minute drive.
And Eric, our sideline reporter,
Eric,
he is going to be, and that one's picked off in the end zone. Brady Gooding with the interception to the 15, to the 20, and he's going to be driven out of bounds just around the 25-yard line is where they'll mark him out, I think. We'll see what the call. There's a flag on the play. Now let's clear this one up before we get too excited. What is the call? Flag on the field. The officials huddle up. We'll see what the call is. Our sideline reporter Eric Hall tonight is he's getting rid of some merchandise for us. We have some shirts that were left over from a exchange deal that we did last year with one of our sponsors, and I just didn't know what to do with them. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll just give them away. So we're just going to throw these shirts up into the crowd, and Eric's going to test his arm here tonight, see how far he can get it up into the student section. I think these are definitely going to be student shirts. If you want to kind of toss those over in the student area, Eric, I think that's probably going to be the best plan. But once again, we got our sideline reporter Eric Hall on top of this, and we'll check in with him here in just a little bit.
Well, that turnover. No, first and goal for the Redmen.
Shotgun formation.
What was the penalty?
And there's another flag that flies in from the sideline. I don't think they ever. So they called roughing the passer against Tiffin Columbian. Now they're going to call offsides against the TC defense. Must have been a neutral zone infraction there. I lost.
Eric!
I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is.
That was fun. I got some more shirts to throw out. They love that.
Nice.
Well, Bellevue knocking on the door to end the chance of this running clock.
Martin keeps it off the left side. And Seitz is there to make the stop after just a 2-yard gain. It'll be second down and goal.
That clock continues to roll.
Boy, when you're playing in a situation like this, where you're not only playing against your opponent, but you're trying to put some points on the board to stop that running clock, it just, I mean,
that's why they had
to start to steamroll on you.
Oh, that's why they had to continue with their game plan here. They had to at least put up a one quality scoring drive to at least stop the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe they can go into a little hurry-up scenario, but not the case thus far.
Martin hands it off. Horn off the right side and punches it into the end zone for the touchdown. Bellevue with another touchdown, and that will stop the running clock with 9:24 left here in the fourth quarter, as that pretty much ate up all of the third quarter and the first couple minutes of the fourth. Well, somebody bumped my scoreboard camera, of course.
Going for two here. Martin back under pressure, and the pass is going to be incomplete here on the 2-point conversion. It's Hayden Sarter unable to come up with the reception there, Nate. Still, Bellevue able to stop that running clock, and now can concentrate on finding out a way to stop this Columbian offense.
Yeah, good luck. Oh. I think a lot of people have been trying to figure out ways to stop this offense. But let's go ahead and step aside. We'll take a quick timeout, but we'll be right back after this. Once again, you're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked in to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here. Frost-Kalnow Stadium. 36-12, Tiffin Columbian as Jack Newlove takes the return up to the 25 to the 30, 35, and he's going to be out of bounds and dragged down at about the 40-yard line. Now, the defender did grab him before he went out of bounds, but I think people are kind of reacting to the twist and the pull towards the out-of-bounds area, but hey, that's the way your momentum's taking you. It's football.
Well, up here in the press box, it sounded like somebody said something out of line on The Sopranos.
Hey, hey. That's a great way of putting it. I'm walking.
Rogo, handoff to Brockington. Still on his feet.
Boy, he is just
distance.
Slippery.
Another 8-yard run by Brockington, with 7.6 is his average.
And that's really, I mean, that helps with a coaching game plan. I mean, that just helps so much because you know, it's kind of like your fail-safe, your break glass in case of emergency. Like, oh, 2nd and 10? Here, let's give it to Brockington. Okay, now it's 3rd and 2. Handoff, Brockington, left side,
I was gonna say,
and a flag flies in.
Hold. Big old hold.
We'll see what the call is. Is it Bouvet? Is that really how you say it? I thought it was Bova. Wow. All right, well, we've been saying it wrong.
Well, 8:22 remaining in the ball game. Penalty brings up 2nd and 12 for the Tornadoes. Well, Nate, now we'll see if Rogo going to keep it here himself, turning it up for big yards. Thought he was going to hand it off to Brockington, but followed Brockington as the lead block. Followed Brockington as the lead blockington.
36-12 Columbian. 7:32 left in the ball game. Stick around for the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union.
Columbian gets pretty much all of that back, but still will lose the down to make it 3rd and 2 here. And Brockington right up the gut.
Should have it.
Give it to him.
That'll be good enough for a Tiffin Columbian first down. I like that. Once again, Tiffin Columbian with the first down there. I want to thank Greg Kinn, the Wizard, for coming up with these tasty graphics for us this week. Just doing a great job getting us ready for both these games this week as he's pulling double duty, wearing 2 Wizard hats tonight. Both calling the game and running the game for the Extreme team. 1st and 10, handoff, Brockington. Boy, look at that. He just found that crease and took off. Man, the way his stop and go ability is unlike anything you've seen so far with this Tiffin Columbian running game, because he can stop on a dime and then just take off and go. His acceleration is just, I mean, unreal. There's a pair of glasses left up here in the press box. I don't think it's the officials' glasses, though. They've been doing a great job here tonight.
Well, you don't need your glasses, as it's easy to see just the imprint that Damian Brockington has had here tonight.
Look at that big offensive line clearing the path. Plowing through. Pick up that first down. Actually, 5 yards on first down.
That's what you like here, slow and methodic. Continue to grind on your opponent. Keep that clock moving.
That's right.
Punch it in, punch in another score, and again, get that back out to that 30-point deficit. And keep that clock winding.
And they just keep that clock rolling here. Play clock down to 12 seconds as they break the huddle. 2 receivers set. Extra offensive lineman on the right side of the formation. And Brockington runs on that right side.
Wow.
Boy, he just runs over.
One against the defender. Pulls him over, but it's cleaned up from the secondary.
Let's take a look at that one once again.
Look at this. Here, it's out in open field. Mano y mano. Rogo with the handoff to Brockington here. Right off the edge, you see there.
And Damian Brockington delivering some punishment there on that one. Down to 4:30 left in the ball game. Braden Rogo in the shotgun. Brings a man in motion. That's Bryce Rogo. Settles into the slot. Rogo, handoff, Keyshawn Seitz, trying to find some running room on the left side, but he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. And hang on, a flag flies in at the end of the play.
Caden Kramer comes in, able to make the stop, and I think that holding is going to be called on Fortney, as Fortney had not so much a pancake, but was able to level the defender down and just kind of laid on top of him. I'm not sure exactly where they called it at. There's 2.
We'll see what the call is here. As you can really tell, the wind has picked up down there, Tommy, as we're picking it up on Eric's sideline mic now. You don't have to hide it. It's not bad. I want to remind you about one of our new partners here. Hoffman-Gottfried MACK Funeral Home has 24-hour availability. And their home, they want to make you feel at home. They're available to answer questions and provide support at any time, day or night. Offering the best prices, their staff provides respect and dignity for your loved ones while honoring them with the care and compassion they deserve. Contact Hoffman-Gottfried MACK for your pre-planning and immediate needs. One of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. As a timeout is called, timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Hey, Eric, you got any T-shirts left?
Yeah, man.
How about we, maybe Zach can catch you throwing some up into the stands here while we're on this little timeout break.
Yeah, these students loved it.
Yeah. Once again, Eric doing some T-shirt tosses here tonight. This is kind of a warm-up as we are getting ready to debut our Bleacher Creature shirt. And that'll be debuting sometime in either week 10 or first week of the postseason. As here comes Eric tossing them up into the crowd here. Some more T-shirts into the student section. I love that. That's a great look right there. So once again, I want to thank all of our sponsors for contributing to this Bleacher Creature T-shirt, as it's just going to be something that we use to toss out into the stands to thank the fans. And we're working on a couple other things behind the scenes, trying to make some things happen here. And look at that. Little guy on the sideline says, hey, I want to throw one. Can I throw one? Eric's not going to be able to throw anymore now. He's got to give them all away. All the kids are coming up saying, I want to throw one.
I think that kid just threw it further than Eric.
Fourth down. Rogo slings it deep. He's got BG3. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. 34-yard touchdown pass from Braden Rogo to BG3. Boy, that was nice, Tommy. Beautiful play design. And they had the defense peeking in the backfield there on that 4th and 5. And BG3 streaking into the end zone all by himself. Back on top by 30, and that clock continues to roll now with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the ball game. I left you speechless, Tommy.
I was just thinking that Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, they're going to get a job at Hoffman-Gottfried MACK as they are burying Bellevue here towards the end of this one, 42-12, 43-12.
Liam Kerr is 5 for 5 on extra points here tonight, as Columbia now leading 43-12 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the ball game. And I want to take a moment and talk about one. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so he's their kicker.
Kickoff specialist, kicker, and also a star for the Columbian soccer team as well. So,
oh, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I always love when these football coaches pluck one off the soccer squad as well. It's like, hey, you know what?
Well, they're not playing on Friday night, so why not? All right, I want to mention one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports, XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Folks, when's the last time you had yourself some queso? And you know where to get the good stuff. That white gold, you know what I'm talking about, the good stuff. You can only find that at XCARET Mexican Restaurant. They're a staple in the Tiffin community. You need to stop out and check out that new menu. I mean, some great, delicious new items on there. You got to try them for yourself. Gather your friends and go get some queso. You deserve it. Treat yourself to the best at XCARET Mexican Restaurant, located in the Tiffin Mall, as they have a great catering menu and a big party room for anybody looking to have a big party.
Hey, and you tell them that Tommy from Heart of Ohio Sports sent you, and that first basket of chips is on me, pal.
You're such a nice guy.
I
Salsa
try.
included?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not?
What a nice guy. Jeez.
I spare no expense for my great fans.
So, Bellevue will start out at the 36-yard line. And the coaches on the Columbian staff going, hey, come on, wind the clock. There we go. Now the clock starts to wind it. 2:40 left here in the ball game. Ashton Martin in the shotgun. Slings it out right side, complete. And that's Horn on the reception, but
nice
he is stopped.
Open field tackle by Newlove.
Jack Newlove. Shows them what New Jack City's all about.
Yeah, that clock just continues to roll.
It's going to be hard to pick a player of the game here tonight, Tommy. There's a lot of names that stood out.
Definitely a highlight reel for the Tornadoes here tonight on homecoming weekend, as Martin back in the gun looks for a huge pass downfield intended for Mason Flicker.
Nice job in coverage there by Alex Bupp, member of the homecoming court. I don't have a homecoming king and queen. Matt, do you know who won king and queen for homecoming? Did you have the homecoming king and queen? No? Darn it. I wish I could give that to you on the broadcast. I had somebody ask in the comments here, but I don't know. I'm the wizard tonight, so I have a lot of stuff on my head, and I'm trying to run this whole show and call the game, so I apologize for missing the homecoming king and queen on that one. Pressure. Martin steps up. He's going to take off. He's got the first down and then some to the 50, 45, to the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, but 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining on the clock. And they're going to have to be quickly up to the line if they want to try to cut into this deficit here. 43-12, inside of a minute to play. 3 receivers set. Wing back on the left side of the formation. Martin takes the snap. Pressure, dropped. Big time sack by A.J. Bonnell. And a timeout called by Bellevue, and can't run the clock during a timeout, so. So we'll keep it right here with this timeout brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. And we'll take this time and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Oh, I see Audrey Gibson was the queen, so there you go. There's the homecoming queen. I just don't have the homecoming king, unless you said that earlier. Oh, Bupp. So, yeah, there we go. So, Alex Bupp, homecoming king, and Audrey Gibson, the homecoming queen for Tiffin Columbian. There you go. Thank you to the viewers out there who gave me that excellent information. Once again, here on the timeout, 33 seconds left as we come back from the timeout. What could be the final play of the game. Folks, before you leave the broadcast tonight, do us a favor, hit the share button. It helps so much, more than you even know. Just share the video, 2 clicks, and then you're done. They sling it out right side, complete as Ethan Smith on the reception. And he's got it up.
Really?
You know Ed Nasani's not going to just let this go all. He's not going to let that clock ring out. He's going to try to put some points.
I thought you were waving the flag when you took 9 minutes in a running clock ball game to try to score 1 touchdown. Sorry if I misconstrued that.
We'll take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard with 21 seconds left here in this one. Tiffin Columbian leading 43-12 over Bellevue. Over on the X stream, you can find the Seneca East Mohawk game. Seneca East leading 30-7 in the fourth quarter. Perkins all over Norwalk, 35-3. That one's in the third quarter. Southview leading Fremont Ross, 26-7. Sandusky leading Clyde, 18-14. Calvert all over Woodmore, 49-0 in the fourth quarter. That's part of the reason why we decided not to cover that one here tonight. Columbian on top of Bellevue, 36-6. Margaretta 13-3 over Lakota. Well, nobody updated the score stream score for Columbian because it's actually 43-12, not 36-6. But Edison on top of Port Clinton 30-0. And are they going to call their last time out? You got one more, Ed. Come on, use it. There we go. There's the last timeout. 5 seconds left in the ball game. And all the way to the bitter end, right?
Bitter being the key word there.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
I will.
Gibsonburg leading Willard 48-7. You'll see those Willard Crimson Flashes here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium next week, as we'll host the Calvert versus Willard game right here on the Adrenaline stream. Hopewell Loudon defeats Fremont St. Joe 53-0. Cary defeats Bucyrus 63-0. And Monroeville and Mapleton, that's a good game. I talked about that one earlier. 35-20 Monroeville leading Mapleton in the fourth quarter. Of course, the Mapleton community affected by tragedy last week, rallying around this team and this community. Now, that's a tough game for Monroeville to go into. But Tiffin Columbian looking to close this one out with a big win over Bellevue here on homecoming night. Martin slings it into the end zone. It's picked off. Damian Brockington put the cap, the exclamation point on this one, and said, hey, you call that timeout just so I can get another pick? Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice.
Wait, regardless, Tiffin Columbian takes rival Bellevue to the woodshed here, 43-12 here on homecoming weekend. And what a statement win for these Tornadoes, dispatching 2 back-to-back rival opponents here late in the back 9 of the season and giving up less than 17 points in the process, Nate.
And that is a big-time performance by this TC offense, but also the TC defense, Tommy. They've been questioned throughout this season as they've given up some points in some games, but they really held strong these last 2 weeks, shutting out a couple of, these are rivals. These are rivalry games, and to put that many points up on Bellevue and limit them to just 12, that's an accomplishment. I don't care.
Yeah, again, quality opponent, quality program in the Bellevue Redmen, as you ain't going to see too many running clocks being hung on Ed Nasani and his staff there at Bellevue. As Tiffin Columbian, they took care of business at home and continue to, as they dispatch Bellevue, Bellevue continues this rocky season, uncharacteristic of the Redmen, as they'll go into Week 9 suffering their 5th loss in a row.
Ouch. Not what we're used to seeing, but it's a rough season for Bellevue. But, folks, that's going to do it. We're going to step aside, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, and we will crown our player of the game, brought to you by by Little HUGO'S. Right after this, we'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit Buckeye IT. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Your final score, Tiffin Columbian 43, Bellevue 12. You're tuned in here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. And Tommy, what an exciting ball game here for Tiffin Columbian fans. But you know, if you're a Bellevue fan, you know, this was kind of rough to watch. You know, you don't see very often when these two teams play, you don't see a running clock hardly ever on either side. So this was kind of a rarity here tonight. But, you know, if you're TC, you're going to love every bit of this because this is the rivalry game. Everybody circles on the schedule every year. They don't even call them by their real name. It's the B team. But now they get to go and ring that victory bell 43 times for 43 points here tonight. And, Tommy, what's your thoughts on this one? This is a big win, right?
Oh, absolutely. As the Tornadoes, they came out and they took care of business early on. They forced that first drive by the Bellevue Redmen. Didn't equate to points, able to come away with a huge turnover. And then the Tornadoes took over. Brockington, huge game in that first half. 3 touchdowns on the ground just in that first half alone. Couple that with Brady Gooding's touchdown as well. The Tornadoes were sitting pretty against the Redmen going into the half. I think Bellevue throughout this one, again, they knew that they were going to be overmatched offensively, and they didn't want this one to turn into a shootout. So when Bellevue had the ball, they had to make the most out of each one of their possessions, and you've seen them go for it a couple times. I believe they were 2 of 5 on fourth down conversions here tonight. One of those resulted in a touchdown on that ensuing drive to where Bellevue did have this to a 1-point ball game, but Tiffin Columbian just kind of opened up there towards the end of the first half. Damian Brockington, as we talked about, 3 touchdowns to cap off that first half of action for us. And then there in the second, Tiffin Columbian came out, put up points on the board, but then Bellevue, meticulous in the game plan, even though they just were down 30 points, ended up taking the majority of that third quarter into the fourth quarter to finally put points on the board, stop the running clock, but it didn't matter as Tiffin Columbian just continued to hammer on and pour on the Bellevue Redmen to where, again, you see 43-12, your final score here from Frost-Kalnow.
And that's the story of the game right there, folks. I mean, you heard it there. Tommy kind of broke it down, a soliloquy, if you will, of what we saw here tonight play out. And, you know, Tiffin Columbian, they got to go on the road to Norwalk next week. But the big test is awaiting them at the end of the season, as Perkins is the team to beat in this SBC Lake this year. Still have yet to suffer a loss. And
that's such an X factor, because I'm so excited to see this Perkins squad.
Yep.
And, you know, again, I really was one of the, you know, top cheerleaders for this Tiffin Columbian squad early on in the season when they were able to upend Chardon. And then, you know, you go on that rocky road schedule where you survive that matchup with River Valley. Then you go and play Bishop Watterson, and then that one ends up being that big first lump of the season to where you learn a lot from, where the Tornadoes, again, able to dispatch the majority of their opponents en route to tonight. You know, again, Sandusky gave them all they could handle, but kneel down on fourth down ended that scare pretty quick. As Tiffin Columbian, though, since then, they've really been on a tear. The defense has been showing up and out, and this is exactly when you want that defense to start gelling and start clicking, to where you're limiting opponents to under 17 points a ball game. That's going to get you to the next level.
That's right.
Especially as we wind down the back nine of the season and get ready for postseason play.
And that is looming on the horizon now as we are through week 8. We are approaching week 9. That means those playoff seedings are starting to materialize. We're going to keep our eye on each of these regions as they play out over the next couple of weeks, because there's still some jockeying to be had for some of these positions here.
Yeah, I think last I seen Tiffin Columbian was third in
Region 10.
Region 10.
Yep. So that one's obviously one of the toughest regions in all of football.
Yeah, Toledo Central Catholic is also in that region.
Yes.
So again, you think if the big test of the postseason ends at the state final with Toledo Central Catholic, I got news for you. You got to make it out of the region against Toledo Central Catholic if you expect to make that. For a lot of these seniors, Nate, this is it.
Yeah.
They, as freshmen, they had a taste of what it was like to make a state semifinal appearance, to go further than any other Tiffin Columbian squad in its history had been able to go. They were able to dispatch and win the regional championship that year. And for the Rogo twins and for the countless other of these TC seniors, they haven't forgot about that. It's been a long, long trip back to the promised land. And here in this 2023 campaign, Coach Judd Lutzon's squad, not so much that the window is shutting, but you got a lot of guys who were part of that 2020 state semi-run that really want to make amends from all those years ago.
Absolutely. All right, well, you are tuned in here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout, but when we come back, we'll have our player of the game, brought to you by Little HUGO'S. All coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, folks, we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium, and we've got our Little HUGO'S player of the game. As joining us now here in the press box, the suspense. Leo Diamondtopless, how we doing, man?
Good, you?
What a ball game out there. Boy, you really put together a heck of a performance here tonight. Talk about what this win means to you guys as a program, because this is the rivalry game of the year, right?
Yeah, it means a lot to the program because we've been going back and back for like, I can't even tell you how long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, since you've been here, how many times you guys beat Bellevue?
I'd say once.
Yeah.
Once.
So this one feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's homecoming too, so like.
Yeah. Absolutely. It just has a little bit extra with it this week. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your performance here tonight. Obviously, you're a team first guy. I know this. Everybody's going to give credit to the teammates, but man, you were just making a name for yourself in that backfield. I saw you even set up a cot back there and starting to make yourself comfortable, man. Talk about what it means. I mean, you're just kind of getting after it on defense. What's your mentality for you? I mean,
I just do whatever coach says, basically.
Yeah?
If he tells me to go get the ball, I'm going to go get the ball.
So you're playing one of them down lineman positions, but, you show so much speed off the edge. What kind of training did you put in the offseason to kind of prepare yourself for this kind of a position?
Well, the funny thing is I never played D-line until the first game.
That's
They
just
threw me in there.
And it works, right?
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
So this is kind of a little bit more of a comfort zone thing for you? You like defensive line?
Yeah,
Nice.
I like it better than linebacker because I can get my hands on and go right around the tackle, get right to the quarterback.
Absolutely. Tommy, you got a little bit of defensive line experience, right?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing here tonight. I know a lot of people, you probably have heard the critics, been on social media. You know exactly what this Tiffin Columbian squad is all about. High-powered offense and situations against other high-caliber opponents. We were talking about 3 games this season, you guys have been able to limit opponents to 17 or less points. In those other matchups, those close contested matchups, really 30 points allowed in those contests, but over the last 2 weeks, again, limiting these opponents to under 17 points. What has been the main adjustments defensively, and who has stepped up into leadership roles to kind of start getting this defense to click together and start making stops and start getting this offense in better situations to where they've been just taking advantage and putting points on the board?
Our coach has just been coming together and making us click as a team as a whole. They're doing their part, making us come together, and yeah.
So again, you guys, you knew what the stakes were here tonight, homecoming weekend. Bellevue on the schedule, knowing that we all know how these schedules usually shake out. You always try to schedule a little cupcake on homecoming weekend, but you guys' schedule didn't allow for that.
We never do that.
You put in who you could, a big rivalry game, making it mean all that much more. So tell us, how much does this game mean to you? What are your homecoming plans? And again, then we'll let you get off here, make a few shout outs as we present you with that gift card.
The game means everything to me. Like, I've never liked Bellevue in my life. And
well, then you were born to wear blue and gold.
Yeah, and it's homecoming. It's just a good game. It's fun to play.
Well,
we had a lot of fun.
What's your plans for homecoming? What you got going on?
I'm going to take my little date out to Casa.
I like that. There you go. So you got a gift card coming, man. Little HUGO'S player of the game right here.
Look at that.
Good for $10. Now, what are you going to get with that? And what's your go-to item at Little HUGO'S?
See, I haven't been to Little Hugo's in a long time. Big Dipper type of guy.
That's going to change. And they're going to change your mind now.
Probably. We'll give you a blue raspberry slush.
Ooh, okay. Now, have you ever done an iceberg? Where you do the ice cream in the middle with the slush?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, with the blue raspberry. That's where it's at.
That's probably what I'm getting, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Any shout-outs you want to give here?
Shout out to my mom, my grandma, and my brother.
There you go.
I do have one last question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, again, you know this what this rivalry's rooted in, putting on the blue and gold, playing against these Ed Nasani coach teams. Kind of eye rolling what you're doing during the running clock and the timeouts are getting called there. You can tell me. It's okay.
I don't know what they're doing.
But there you have it, folks. Little Hugo's player of the game, Leo Diamantopoulos.
Yeah.
It took him a couple weeks to get your name, but hey, he got it.
Yeah, he didn't stop making such a big presence in the backfield so I could catch up trying to. Well, we did a good job tonight calling your name several times, and hopefully it did justice to your performance out on the field as you did a tremendous job. Go celebrate with your team. Congratulations, young man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, once again, our Little Hugo's player of the game, Leo Diamantopoulos. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Once again, you've been tuned in here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for the Saturday scoreboard, 9 a.m. right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. 43-12, your final score, Tiffin Columbian over Bellevue. Make sure you share the video, like, follow, subscribe on all of our platforms, and most importantly, have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio.